BT, we're back, dude. And we have a special guest too. We have striker for the Philly Union, Chris Donovan. Chris, again, thanks for coming on, man. We're excited to get started here. But
Oh,
we
it's my
appreciate
pleasure.
the time for sure. I'll leave it to you.
I mean, let's start off with the fact that you guys have been on a run since that Champions League. I mean, tough one not getting knocked out there, but the last probably what is it, 8 games now unbeaten?
I don't know exactly, and I think we learned from Ted Lasso the one thing you don't mention is a run.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But you guys have been playing really well the last probably month and a half. And I mean, coming into the midpoint in the season, how are you feeling at this moment right now? I mean, yourself, I think you've played in, I think, the last 8 for the first team too, as well, right? Something like that.
I've had a good amount of appearances lately, but you know, I feel good. Got my first assist. Still making plenty of mistakes out there, so I need to clean that up. But it's good. Good to get the minutes.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, your first probably real season with the first team here. And what was your how can I put this? I don't want to say your first impression here, but were there any nerves or anything you're worried about coming into that session, that first session?
Well, weirdly enough, it was kind of a gradual transition for me because uh it was during the midseason break last year that the whole second team was training with the first team. So that was like my first taste. And then they kept 3 of us when some of the guys came back from the first team. They kept 3 of us from the second team to keep training with the first team. And then at the end of that, they signed me, and it was a real quick turnaround there too because I was signed on Friday and then I made my debut that Saturday.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a better situation there because I want to say it's like my golf game. Like if I show up and go to the first tee, I'm not thinking about it, I just rip one. But if I go to the driving range before, I'm thinking about it. Like going through, getting signed, and then bang, you're into the game. It's one of those things where like you don't even have to think about it. You just go play. Um, so that had to be kind of like a nice feeling getting out there rather than a nervous one.
Yeah, it's definitely a good feeling, and it was also good to get that away because sometimes you have to wait quite a
Mhm.
while for that debut. But they were missing a lot of guys. They were missing the U20 American guys and also some guys on regular international duty too. So that's why they really signed me so quickly, and I got the debut.
Yeah. And another thing that I think a lot of people don't realize that might follow MLS is you had a lot of support there that night as well because you're a Philly guy. Like you were from the area, now you're in the first team. Like that's an incredible feat. And if we were in England, that would be all over the news. Like it would be crazy. So that's an awesome feeling. Like every time you come on, I mean, I turn the game on, like, let's fucking go. We got Chris on the field. So I mean, every time you step on the field, it's gotta feel good being that hometown guy.
Yeah, it does. There's chants from the Sons of Ben, not full chants, but some guys are they're Drexel guys, so they cheer my name or whatever and try to get me to turn around and acknowledge them. And then uh, going up to fans after the game, they'll say like, "Oh, their kid's going to Conestoga," or "Their kid's about to go to Drexel," stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I have a quick question. So obviously you went to Drexel and then from there you went to Columbus Crew. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I think
drafted by Columbus Crew, right? And then picked up by Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a whole situation. Like I got drafted. Being drafted is essentially you're invited to preseason. No guarantees of anything. They elected to waive me. They didn't sign me at the end of that. So I knew that I had an opportunity with Union 2 to sign for them. So basically, when I came back from Columbus within 2 days, I was signed for Union 2, and then I was headed down to Florida again, which is where I had just been to be with Union 2 then. And then yeah, it was a hectic couple weeks.
So now, obviously, you've only have played what, 8 matches so far with, or have played in 8 matches with Philly. That first feeling when you got on the pitch, like, describe to me what that kind of felt like. Were you kind of just going out there like, let's go, like, let's play? Or were you feeling anxious? Like, describe to me what you were feeling, your emotions through that time.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but there wasn't much of a feeling of anxiousness. Like, at the end of the day, you're just playing a game. So my instructions from Jim Curtin were just go out there and try to get a goal. Obviously, that didn't happen. I was in there for like 4 minutes plus a couple extra time. But it was just try to cause havoc, run around, press like crazy. That's usually the instructions when I'm subbed into the game. So
Yeah. Now, I guess my last one here. Have you, obviously it's a small sample size, but gonna get bigger, that's for sure. Have you had any like welcome to the MLS moment, any type of moment that kind of sticks with you as you started playing? Like, whoa, like here I am, where like you've seen someone like, wow, like he's there playing center back, wing back. Have you had any of those moments yet with your playing time?
well, the most surreal was obviously I got to play in last year's MLS Cup final, and Bale did his thing and then retired right after. So that was pretty insane, but not cool at the same time. Uh,
Yeah, that's a pretty surreal moment. I mean, being on the same pitch as Bale, I mean, that's a legend in the making right there.
yeah.
Well, Mike, they
And
had
then
you
also,
too.
Giorgio Chiellini?
Yeah, they
My
had
homie. That's my guy. The best center back ever to ever play the game. FIFA. It's getting to me.
That's the farthest that Mike's come to playing soccer, I think, is on FIFA.
I think I played one tryout in Liberty High School, and then they tried to move me to goalie, and then I just never came back. It's like 2013.
God. Well,
I tried.
I got a question about MLS Next Pro, because it seems like it's the correct direction for America in terms of like our soccer progression, having that kind of academy system where all the MLS teams will have that and kind of try and work their guys into the first team. So what were your impressions of it, since it's only what, 2 or 3 years old?
yeah, last year was the first year they did it, so this is the second year. There, it's an interesting thing. It's definitely good that all the MLS teams are eventually going to have a next pro team. It's in the direction of transitioning right now, just because some teams have their next pro team is not next pro yet. They're still playing in USL, but it's good to have that route along with USL, just as multiple options for a second division, whatever you want to call the pathway to getting into a first team. And yeah, they do some weird stuff. Like there's the rule where if you're tied after 90 minutes, straight to penalties. The
Yeah.
winner gets an extra point, and they'll go home with 2 points, and the loser of the penalty shootout still gets a point from the draw. If you go down injured for more than 15 seconds, you're required to come off the field for 3 minutes, and your team plays a man down. So they're trying out rules essentially. We're guinea pigs for the MLS. I don't think that one's gonna stick.
No.
It's you get hit in your groin area, and that's not something where your team should have to play for a man down just because they deem that you're milking the injury. But everyone knows you just need a minute. You need a minute to calm down, and then you can play again. So
No, and I mean, I've seen you play like on the same field as me, and I've seen you get kicked. Like there's times where forwards get kicked it like with absurd amount of force by defenders, whether they're just not bad or too slow. And there's times where, yeah, take your time getting up. Like 15 seconds is not long enough for that rule.
Yeah, it's a pretty absurd rule. And the one I forgot also is if you get sent off, you get a red card. You're not banned for the next match. Your suspension will be served the next time you play that team that you got the red card against.
See,
So
I saw that, and I think last season, towards the end of the year, someone got a red card. It became this big thing because it was one of the team's better players or something. I don't know what exactly was going on with
yeah,
it, but he didn't have to miss any matches the rest of the season because they never played that team again.
yeah. So technically he would have to serve that this season, but I mean it doesn't matter because at that point it's an unimportant game for the beginning of next season.
Yeah, especially let's say he moves up. Does he have to serve it if he's playing for, let's say it was a NYC or a Philly Union 2 player gets a red card, but then he moves up to the first team. So now if he gets that against NYCFC's second team, does he have to serve that against NYCFC?
No.
That makes no sense to me then. This rule does not make any sense.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I don't know.
Well, Mike, you have something?
I got nothing.
No? All right. Well, then I'll continue here. So there's a lot of guys when they get to the top level, they're like, oh, I watched this player, I watched that player. Was there any one specific person that you watched growing up that you were like, I want to be him or I want to play like him?
I mean not necessarily. I feel like especially my style of play isn't necessarily tailored to the top level of the European game
Mhm.
because I'm more of a bust it and run kind of guy. Uh,
Hey,
but
Jamie
like you
Vardy.
know,
Jamie Vardy.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Jamie Vardy, and then I support Liverpool, so I don't ever welcome this. But uh, my coaches a couple years ago, when Calvert-Lewin was doing really well, compared me to him, and I mean our styles are similar, and I'll I'll accept that, but I don't like it.
I mean, Calvert-Lewin, he almost went to the championship this year, but I'm a Liverpool fan too. And I mean, now that we're on the topic here, I gotta get your take. We got McAllister. Where do you see us going next season?
Well, I won't say we got him yet until it's officially unveiled, just because we've seen it before with
But we got to here we go.
yeah, but until the player's holding up the shirt, I won't accept it just because of what happened with Nabil Fekir a couple of years ago when
True.
he did the medical, took the pictures and everything, and then something happened. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think McAllister is a fantastic transfer. Even if he had cost us the 70 million that was initially reported, and then Fabrizio comes out and says no, he's actually going to be less than 45 million. That's fantastic business.
Absolutely. And I think our sporting director's only been on for what, 4 or 5 days. So I mean,
Yeah, I
W
think
already.
that deal would have been going through anyway. It seemed like it was talked about for a long time, but
Yeah.
yeah, Jorg Schmadtke, if he keeps doing stuff like that, I'll love him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's going to have to keep up with what Real Madrid's doing, but that's all right. We're not going to have that type of transfer window. Do you see what they're doing
No,
today?
no, what did they do?
It's rumored that they're getting Harry Kane along with Bellingham and Alfonso Davies.
Well, that's what happens when you have unlimited money. So
Yeah, that always helps.
Well, Harry Kane is thinking about pursuing American football, so I don't think he's going to be on Rio.
Yeah,
I actually have a question for you guys. So, Chelsea apparently is crap. What do you think caused their season? Well, why were they so bad? Please, I need to know.
I have my own opinion, but I'll let you go first.
yeah, well, I think it's clear that if you have money but no plan, that doesn't solve any. You can't just throw money at a problem without actually thinking about it. He spent in 1 year over $700 million of players, and most of them just sit on the bench. They have like 3 full starting lineups of decent Premier League caliber players, and yet they can't even field a team that can win against Southampton. So I don't know.
Dead last.
Really? Now, is Pulisic gonna stay there? I don't know if Kai Havertz is on the team too still, but
Yeah, Kai Havertz is there, so but it's rumored he might go to Real Madrid.
I saw that as well.
I think
Pulisic will leave and should leave. I never thought it was a good idea for him to go there in the first place, but that's what happened, and it's kind of stunted him a little bit. So
now do you think he stays in the Premier League? Do you think he goes to La Liga?
he's probably fit better for another league with the way that he plays. But we'll see. He probably enjoys speaking English, so
no, that
That's a big
absolutely.
factor, yeah.
Hey, maybe the Union make a run at him, you and him up top. Do that for a few years,
did that. I don't think he'll be looking at the MLS.
No, not yet at least.
That's
So,
a long time coming.
Hope
So yeah, so what's your outlook for the rest of the season? Like, what are your goals? What are you looking to do as a team, as an individual?
for me, I need to, get off the mark and get my first goal. That's the most important thing for me personally. And then if I can continue to earn minutes and become a guy that's trusted every game to give 10-15 minutes at the end and just, close out games, which is what I've been doing recently for, more on the side of 5 minutes and then sometimes just even extra time. But I enjoy doing that, and if that's what I'm asked to do, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I have to throw this in there the other night. So I turned the game on once I saw you were coming onto the field. And there was one play where I was like, he just won another, added 10 minutes to whatever they're willing to give him at the moment. Because there was a play where they broke pressure and you ran probably 40 yards, won the ball back and sprung an attack. And I was like, anyone who's watching is looking at that being like, all right, yeah, Chris should be on the field way more. Keep him on the field because he's working his ass off. So, I think you just keep doing your thing, man. And it's all gonna work out.
That's something that you just have to do, really. Doesn't matter if you're tired. If you're getting those minutes, you have to go again and sprint again. So
yeah,
willing to do that.
Yeah. One of the many reasons why a lot of people don't like playing soccer, Mike. No, but the goal thing we'll take care of. The B team bump.
We're a Philly Union podcast now.
Yeah, we were an NYCFC one, but now we can officially become a Union one. We had do you know Kevin O'Toole? From NYCFC? Yeah.
Not
personally, we had him
but
on a little bit ago. What's that?
I don't know him personally, but yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, we had him on a little bit ago. So we'll have to come to the next NYCFC versus Union game and just hope for the matchup, hope it happens, and see who comes out on top. That'll be a good one.
We came out on top last week, so I don't know when the next one is. It'll be at home for us, so even more likely.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have to look into coming to that one. Absolutely. So hopefully we get the B team bump. Next game we grab a goal, grab some assists, get this thing going. All right. So, but no, Mike, do you have any more questions?
No, man.
Dude, it was great to have you on. I'm sure we'll have you on again soon. Keep doing your thing. We're always watching. So hopefully you get the B team bump. We get a goal this week and all is good. All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All right, dude. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
All right. Nice.
So we just had our interview with Chris Donovan. He's a striker for the Union.
Yep.
Definitely check it out. Quick little interview, kind of got a sense of like how he's going throughout the season, his little journey. We didn't go into the journey much, but kind of where they're at and where he's at, some of his goals. Good interview. Check it out. But been a little bit, Muller. We're gonna definitely touch on NBA for sure. We'll start with NFL. I mean, it's been cold. There's not much happening.
No.
But there's obviously 3 points we want to touch on. We can save you want to save the boys for last? Or you want to start out?
Oh, we can talk. What do you want? Let's start with the boys.
All right, the boys.
I don't have much to say on it. I mean, I think we want to talk about DHop. And do I want DHop? Yes. But basically, I don't think we're going to get DHop. But then Jerry Jones came out today and said that he doesn't want to add DHop to the wide receiver core.
Why not?
But every time he says that, I feel like it's like a reverse psychology thing.
I mean, it could be. I mean, Jerry Jones has been doing it for a long time, but why the
Unsuccessfully.
hell not? That is one guy they need. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they need one. I mean, listen, D-Hop, I think he still has got it, but his contract needs to be reworked. I mean, you're probably going to want to get in a long-term deal with him. That's at least what he's going to want. So it's a tough situation to handle because I feel like every team is looking at D-Hop as let's just give him a 1 year, $10 million type of guy. And then if he's still got it, we're going to give him a long-term deal.
Yeah.
But at that point, I feel like, especially the Cowboys, I would take that risk in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and especially because for some reason, we all thought that like Gallup was exactly what D-Hop is. And Gallup is Gallup is more like that college wide receiver that, you know, he has like that really good game once a season. That's what he is in the NFL.
He has that one good year, and then he gets drafted highly in the draft, and he just has that one game where you're like, yo, like this is what we've been waiting for, and then
that's what he brings.
He goes
and then nothing.
But also those injuries too. I mean, once he was getting injured constantly, I mean, I give him like a step below Sterling Shepard. Like when Sterling is healthy, he provides, but he's never healthy.
Don't tell a Giants fan that, but yes.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
exactly
I don't think skill wise they're close in my opinion. I think Sterling is better.
Sterling's phenomenal.
Yeah, and his injuries are way worse and they're way more abundant. But Gallup his injuries, I don't know.
Yeah,
he
Sterling.
Just can't say healthy.
Sterling went for like not many injuries, but very bad injuries. And
That's
Gallup
what I'm
was
saying.
like, I'm just going to have one really bad one, a bunch of little ones, but I'm also going to have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
We're going for quantity here.
Yeah.
Not quality.
We're
going for quantity.
That's exactly what Michael Gallup has been through. But with D-Hop, dude, I just feel like you shouldn't even think twice about it though, unless he wants something outrageous. But I think he would compliment Dak well. He would compliment CD well because you and I and Gas, we all know CD needs help. And Tony Pollard's that guy. We know that. Their line is still good. Their defense is still good.
We have Deuce. We have Deuce. Don't forget Deuce.
Deuce. Yo, is he going to get playing time?
Yeah, he's going to be taking deuces on people.
Deuce taking a deuce on people.
Yeah, that's a shirt right there.
Yes, it is. So now, you guys got Deuce. What about Derrick Henry, even though we were supposed to talk about that? You think that's an actual real possibility?
That was a weird one because I don't think anyone was saying it until Des Bryant tweeted it out. And he was basically like, oh, Derrick Henry would compliment Tony Pollard perfectly, just forgetting the fact that we took a really good running back in the draft and have Malik right there as well. So would I take Derrick Henry? Yes. Yes, I would. That would be incredible.
Now, would you give up the farm for him? Would you pay a lot of, let's say...
It depends.
4 years you're paying him.
If he's standing in front of me, I probably would out of fear. But like if we're in different rooms, no. I would need 3 rooms between us. He can't run through that many walls.
I just feel like I mean, listen, I think no matter what, there is a market for him. I get a sense, I don't know why, that he just is he's like a Dame in my opinion. I don't know. Like he just loves Tennessee, and Dame loves Portland, that they just don't think they're in a rebuild. They just want to keep going. But I feel like Derrick Henry at some point they're just gonna have to cut him because they can't afford him and they got to rebuild. And like I feel like this is the last year that it's gonna happen. And then from there, he will be somewhere else, and he will be RB1. I mean, you're gonna run him until he has a terrible injury. I mean, he's just a tank, man. He's RB1. He's been a top running back for years.
And the thing that I don't understand is like teams should be chomping at the bit to get him and wanting to basically give up everything for him because the guy is so big and so strong that he doesn't get injured. When he gets injured, he still plays. He played on like a broken foot last year, or he had metal in his foot, and he still dominated.
Mm-hmm. You literally, with Derrick Henry, you do not move backward. You only move forward. And honestly, with that Cowboys line, obviously the Eagles, that was a destination as well. I mean, they win the Super Bowl, hands down. Nobody stops them if he goes on the Birds.
Yeah,
no chance.
Jalen Hurts would.
Yeah, but they wouldn't even have to pass the ball. They could just run it. Line up everybody and run the ball, and Derrick Henry will score pretty much.
I don't think he
every
picked up
possession.
what I was saying.
No, I did.
No, you got it?
Yeah, I did.
All right, yeah, because they lost the Super Bowl.
They did lose the Super Bowl indeed, but but you know what? This is the thing, though. This is the value of running backs. This has been an ongoing conversation, argument for. I feel like it's just been recently where this happened, and actually, McCaffrey said something about that. The devaluation of the running back position, like, oh, you have running backs like Saquon Barkley and myself and Austin Eckler, and he all in all thought that is a undervalued position and it should be valued higher.
It's kind of like how pitchers have gone the last couple of years. If you look at the draft, pitchers don't go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like they don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I think this year it's projected that there might be one pitcher in the top 3. And then the other 2 are like outfielders. But it's similar in the fact that like the league's looking at, how do you win games? You score more runs than the other team. So we're going to take the best batters. It's not many teams are looking at pitchers.
No, and that's a good point too, because even pitchers in college, I mean, you got to think about how many physicals they're going through, because they're going to be monitoring that arm until they're 100% confident they know that they want that pitcher. For example, Kumar Rocker. The Mets drafted him, I think, like 10th overall, failed a physical, bam, did not even sign him. And then now he just got drafted recently, I believe, to the Texas Rangers. But they're going through the same process now. But, I mean, with the MLB draft, all they're really getting, whoever the best catcher is, that's who you're taking, no matter what. You're going to see a big abundance of catchers getting taken more often because it's such a volatile position. I mean, you don't really find. Listen, they could have the best defense in the world, but if they can't hit, I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
You got to find that happy medium. Like, you got to find a guy who can hit, but can also play defense and throw guys out and actually have a chemistry with the pitchers.
Yeah, and you're basically looking at you're looking for Yadier Molina every year.
It's impossible.
That's just not going to happen. But you're trying to find someone that's like half the life. What would it be? What's it called? What's the word, Mike?
What's the word?
Life expectancy.
Life expectancy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
You're looking for someone with half the life expectancy.
There you go.
Than Yadier Molina.
I love how we were like, we're going to talk about DHop and Derrick Henry and this, and now
This
we're
all started
on
'cause-
baseball. Baseball wasn't even mentioned. We literally mentioned NBA, NHL, football. Now we're on baseball. I think this is amazing. But you know
This
what's
is Derrick
crazy?
Henry. Derrick Henry will do this to you.
This is exactly. But with baseball, we'll touch on a couple. We'll talk Yanks and Mets too, because we're both looking rough.
Bro, are we? Are we?
I mean, you guys were for a while.
Yeah, but Aaron Judge came back.
He did come back, and did you see him run through that door or that like wall? That
What a
outfield wall?
play! He looked like Bo Jackson.
You know what though? I feel like with with Judge, people
don't-
kind of sleep.
Hey, no, timeout. Never use those two in the same sentence.
Yeah, I remember Friday I was
Never,
gassing up.
Ever use those two in the
Listen,
same sentence.
all right, we're gonna argue this, by the way, but Judge, I don't think people realize how good his glove is out in the outfield. Like, his hitting is obviously immaculate, but his fielding, his defense is superb. I mean, he does not miss a ball. He's got a great arm. He's accurate. He's just literally an elite all around player. He has no weak spots.
He's All right, I'm going to say something. A lot of people aren't going to like it, but he's the LeBron James of the MLB. He wins one MVP, and now no one wants to see him win one again.
I mean,
He's the best player in the MLB.
I think he's a very likable player. I think the only reason why fans won't like him is because he's on the Yankees. If I'm being straight up with you.
Yes. But if you look at all the games that he missed were during our slump where we we struggled to win games. We lost 4 in a row right here. We sucked. We sucked for a good month, I would say.
I know.
And he was out for about 3 weeks during that month.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes back, and all of a sudden, we win. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is good podcast.
Aaron Hicks is
5,
snapping, by the
6,
way.
7.
I don't know if you know that.
We win. We went 7-1 when he came back. Don't start that. Don't start that.
He's
Don't start that.
You know what's crazy?
No, it's a lie. He's playing you. Where is he even at now?
Who?
Aaron Hicks.
The Giants. And you know what's crazy? The Giants picked up J.D. Davis, Michael Conforto, Darren Ruff, and they are all, not right now doing great, but they were, and they were actually winning games for them. So the Giants are essentially the Mets and the Yankees in one team. Wilmer Flores, another guy.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is the Giants they're going to choke in the first round of the playoffs.
For sure, at some point.
Yeah. You can score as many runs as you want during the regular. It's June 4th, and the Giants think that they're like World Series contenders.
No,
that's a good recipe to just end up choking it away in August.
They will
Shout out to the Yankees last year.
They will not win anything at all. It's right now. Right? Okay. Are you following baseball heavy? Kind of.
Yeah. We
Who
just
is your
took 2
MVP?
away from LA, bud.
Who is your MVP right now? I think it's an obvious answer. I don't even think it's close.
Should we say it at the same time?
It's
Guys,
yeah.
Guys,
we can
give
do
us
that.
a countdown. Give us a countdown. 3, 2. We'll say it on 1.
Okay.
3, 2.
Ronald
Ohtani.
Acuna. Ronald Acuna.
I'll take that.
He's
I like that.
on a different level right now.
I was really worried you were going to say
Fernando Tatis.
no.
Okay.
No.
Because
What's his
listen,
name
he
on
can
the
make a
Mets?
run for it too.
Who's got on the Mets?
Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I was really worried you're going to say that.
No.
And I was going to have to remove you from this show.
No, I don't think anybody on that team is going to be winning an MVP anytime soon.
Now, I will say if Aaron Judge goes out here and just tears the leather off the ball and hits 1,000,000 home runs and continues to play how he's in the outfield, it's going to be hard for me to say that he's not the MVP.
I mean, listen.
But
again,
Acuna is sick.
It's still early right now.
It's June 4th.
I think another very underrated player, but people are finally starting to catch up on. And I was saying this before that season even started. Luis Arias is going to be torturing teams. You know what he's batting right now? 380. 380. You know how many games in the season we are right now? 60 games. 380 he's batting.
Yep.
That is absurd. He might finish the year with a 350 batting average.
Yeah. Oh, God. If he does that, I mean,
They are second in the NL East.
if he does that,
He's not going to get it. There's no way. No one is going to be voting a Marlin. To
there'll be
an MVP
more votes for
championship.
Otani.
Yeah. I mean,
Ohtani
will suck.
double
and
the
he'll still
votes.
Get
He'll get double
yeah.
the votes just because he plays 2 positions, and people for some reason cream their pants over that.
I would be shocked if he returned to the Angels next year. I would be shocked.
I don't think he will. And what pains me is that I saw the Phillies are in the market for him. If there's
God,
one
please
team I
no.
don't want him to
That
be
is
on,
the
it is the
last
Phillies.
team I
I
wanna see
want
him
to
play
like
for.
Ohtani.
Nah, I can't. No way. Please, God. No.
I would rather him be on Boston.
That would actually be kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
It would. Imagine Ohtani versus Judge every single
And
Red
Yoshida.
Sox versus Yankees game. It'd be awesome.
But he's too
That'd be
nice
awesome.
though. That the rivalry will die. He's too nice. He's too
Well,
nice
him
of a
and
player.
Judge are too nice.
Yeah,
But it'd be funny if they got
maybe
but-
Yankees fans and Red Sox fans will kind of like have mutual respect for each other now.
No, fuck that. But dude,
What do you think, Guess? Never,
Thank you.
even if you have
Thank
the
you.
2 nicest players in the league on each opposing team.
you know what? How about we do this? We'll have the Jets and the Patriots fans just be best friends from now on.
Well, that's
That makes no sense.
Well, we don't have any nice guys, and football's a different sport.
All right, hear me out. Okay. Heotani's pitching. It's a Saturday night. 8:30 p.m. 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 Sun's out. Well, sun's down, but it's
Sun's-
hot. It's warm.
Okay.
It's warm. Boys are tired. Judge comes up to the
Bro,
plate.
he's playing in Anaheim,
Game on the
bro.
line.
It's hot out there,
Game
too.
on the line. But that's Anaheim. No one. There's rivalries.
Apparently,
and
that
shit out
stadium
there.
is terrible, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Game
the
on- you said-
Washington Commanders. All right.
Yeah, game on
Before
the
I get-
line.
Yeah, game on the line.
Who am I taking?
Ohtani throws it behind him.
I think he would
Who
just. he'd be
wins
like-
that fight? Who wins that fight?
Judge.
I think Judge, right?
Yeah.
That's for. I mean,
But Shohei would
I
never
wanna-
do
I
that.
don't
He's
wanna-
too skilled.
I love Ohtani, but I don't want to reference
Can you
World
ever
War
see
II,
Ohtani like just
but-
pegging someone on
USA
purpose?
all the way.
For sure. Can you
Thank
ever
you.
see Ohtani pegging someone on purpose, like Syndergaard almost did to Chase Utley?
If he puts
No
a
way.
Red Sox uniform on, yes.
I can't see that happening. No way.
No, but you're blinded by the Angels uniform. You're blinded by it. If you put him in a Red Sox uniform, all right,
What is he become
if
some
if
thug?
Ohtani went on to the New England Patriots and was their quarterback, you're looking at him like, yo, this guy is the devil.
For sure.
But he has an Angels uniform on. You can't say that.
Oh. I just went right over my head. I mean, listen, no. He's not an angel to opposing teams. No way. He might look like one because he's in a uniform of an angel, but no.
All right, ready? If he's in a Baltimore uniform, do you look at him the same way?
I think he's a god if he goes to Baltimore because I love Baltimore.
Fuck.
And I said they're going to
Of
make the
all the teams
playoffs.
to pick.
And I said they're going to make the playoffs, and y'all heard it.
If he's a Padre, I think he's a villain.
Now he's a villain.
He's a villain, right?
Now he's a villain.
All right, Mariner, villain.
No, I like the
No,
Mariners.
But
I'm a
in certain uniforms up there, on a cold day in Seattle,
I think
villain.
I like the Mariners. I like what they got there. I think he'd be perfect.
It's
Seattle
but it's not
Mariner.
about the team. How does he look in your head when he's in the uniform? Is he a villain?
That would look okay. Now
See
I
what
get
I
it.
mean?
That would look odd. How about a Mets uniform? I think it looked fantastic. In a black,
Honestly,
in a black jersey.
Yankees or Mets uniform. I think he's an Angel still.
I'm not gonna lie. He would look kind of odd in a Yankees uniform. The pinstripe. I feel like it wouldn't fit.
No,
I mean, for you guys it would. But
There's only like CC Sabathia can make that look good as a tall, larger guy without a six pack. Ohtani would look too fat.
dude, I could see Ohtani in a Red Sox uniform.
Yeah, I can
I'm
too.
not even kidding.
It's because of the plain white.
Yeah, I think it's just too similar to the Angels, but like just took a step up. They upped it a notch.
Now, hear me out here. Is he the best pitcher if he's on the Rangers?
Yeah,
in
'cause
that
DeGrom
uniform.
can't stay
In that
healthy.
uniform. In that uniform.
I mean, right now,
Picture him in that uniform, the home one. Oh, you know what? Picture him in the red one. Kind of looks like Japan. I think he's the best pitcher.
I could see him in a Cubs uniform.
Cubs was the next one on my list.
I could see him in a Cubs uniform.
And while we're at it, let's talk about the Cardinals.
They're
Angels.
a shit show right now.
Well, they suck, but again, picture him in the uniform.
I think the Cardinals have one of the cleanest uniforms in the league, and it's a very historical uniform. But I think they're so clean. I don't know why.
Yeah, so you think he looks like an angel.
But I'm trying to. No, not necessarily.
So he's a villain.
No, but the Cardinals are whack. Fuck them. But
All right.
if we're talking about strictly uniforms, no. Are you just picking every team now and we're just thinking, does he look like an angel or a villain?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for 5 minutes. You keep talking about the team's build-up and makeup of the team, and I'm just like, no. What? Answer the question. Is he a villain or an angel? You keep giving me the outfielders of every team. I'm like, I don't care.
You just want to go all in on Shohei right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's in a Tampa Bay Devil Rays uniform, villain. All right, we'll move on.
Villain. He's a villain, all right? So all in all, he's a villain no matter what, unless he's a Yankee.
Unless he's a Yankee or a Met.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll go into you guys. You guys aren't going to win anything, so it's harmless.
Do you want to go into the Mets right now, or do you want to move on before I really ramble?
No, let's not do that.
Because we already hear Frank.
It's
Frank
too
the
early.
Tank is too
no,
much.
we have to save that stuff for like the end of July.
I kind of want to go into the Phillies right now because they're bad, and
I'll go into no. You know what? That's something I will go into right now.
they're
I
bad.
can always slander. a
But you
nice
know
Philly
what?
team.
This is the thing, though. The Phillies always do this. They start off shitty every single year, and once playoff time comes around, they start beating teams. They start taking 2 out of 3 from the Braves or the Marlins, but they're missing that. They kind of remind me of the Mets right now because they're missing that person and Bryce is there. I don't even think he's hurt anymore.
No, he's there.
They're missing that person to take them up that notch and lead the team. They thought Bryce and Trey were going to be a nice little duo together. Trey Turner is looking like the worst contract we've seen.
He sucks.
But again, it's early. It's a long contract. But yeah, it's looking bad.
But here's one thing that makes me want to punch a wall. Philly fans are all like, "Oh, Schwarber every year he's bad in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he's the best hitter."
Great career in June though.
No, but he doesn't do that every year. He did it last year. Just because it happened last year doesn't mean it happens every year. It's just like you guys think you go to the Super Bowl every year. No, it happened last year and you lost. Like Schwarber, just because he gets you a free Wawa hoagie every now and then, does not make him the best player in the MLB. I'm sorry, the dude is booty cheeks. And he's right next to Trey Turner every game with trying to be the worst batter on the roster.
And the thing is with the Phils, if those players would actually like snap, I mean, again, it's early, but if Trey Turner was getting 1 or 2 hits a game, not going 0 for 4, if Bryce was at least getting you a homer like once a series, twice a series, I mean, this is a completely different team because they have decent players, but I will say their pitching is not there. Nola is done. It's looking like Nola is done right now. Taiwan is trash. Always was trash.
I mean,
Wheeler's the only guy they have.
Oh, yes, Wheeler. I got Nola Wheeler messed up. Yeah, Nola. Yeah, he sucks. He's bad. I saw him pitch when we were on the bachelor party. I
think they figured him out.
Week. Yeah, no, he stinks. Wheeler though is a problem.
Wheeler is a problem for sure.
Back to Schwarber real quick, because I forgot to say this there. They have a guy that looks like fucking Wolverine that's batting better than everyone on that roster, and that should never happen. He looks ridiculous. I don't know what his name is.
Alec Boehm? Bryson Stott?
It might be Stott.
Stott.
He's got long hair, big beard, and everything.
Oh, no. Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
Brandon Marsh.
Yeah. Mr. Marsh, the weed dealer. Yeah.
He looks like a hippie.
Well,
got a strange batting stance.
Wasn't that the name of the guy in South Park?
Who?
Marsh?
Randy Marsh.
Yeah.
Randy Marsh, yeah.
Every time that they announce him for a game, I just think of Randy Marsh. Which, I mean, goes with his whole look. But like that guy should never bat better than Bryce Harper and Trey Turner in a game. I'm sorry.
You know where he was before?
Mets?
The Angels.
He's an Angel.
Oh, God, here we go.
See, it all makes sense now. He's in the red and white. You know what?
So what you're saying is...
Maybe if Ohtani just plays in red and white, he's an angel, and if he goes into any other color, he's a villain. Makes a lot of sense.
There we go. And then you see, now we're thinking here.
The beauty of the human brain.
Yes, now we're thinking.
All right, we should talk about the NBA quick.
Yeah,
before we get really far into
I'll say something about the Heat and the Celtics right now.
Okay. Celtics are out, by the way.
I know that.
Yep.
That game 6 was crazy, but you know what? I got to give credit to Spoelstra because he's just become. I mean,
he's the best coach in the league.
Right now, he's the best coach in the league. Absolutely.
Hall of Famer.
Jimmy Buckets has been phenomenal. Bam Adebayo, like they're really playing well, and I'm pretty sure most of them are undrafted. I mean, besides a couple, but Caleb Martin, I mean, wow, like. He stepped up big time in that series, and now we need to continuously see that from him.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Caleb Martin and Max Strus for showing up for an entire playoff series and then coming out and shooting 1 for
0 for 10 for Strus on the first game.
Yeah, I believe it was 1 for 24 combined. That's pretty impressive. Like that's got to make Celtics fans real happy. Yeah. Also, shout out to Duncan Robinson for being like the first player to be not only the worst player in the finals, but also the best at the same time. Really cool moment for the kid.
Now, do you think, what are your realistic like expectations for this? Like, do you think the Heat
Miami Heat in 6?
Miami Heat in 6?
They stole one last night. I think they figured it out. It's basically what, like, they're proving what every single Philadelphia fan has said the whole season as to why Embiid should win MVP. And it's because when Embiid drops 40, the team wins. The Nuggets have a defeated record when he drops 40.
I mean, he also is dropping 40.
That's fine. The Heat let him drop 40 on purpose last night. They did. Look at their game plan. Did you watch the game?
No.
Yeah, exactly. The dude drops 40, and the Heat were just like, yeah, we're just going to lock up everyone else. And they let Michael Porter Jr. do what MPJ does, which is whenever in his head it's time to shoot, he's going to shoot.
That's
And
true.
there was one play where they had 3 hands in his face, 3 different hands from 3 different bodies in his face, which means that there should be 3 guys or at least 2 open, and there was about 4 in the paint wide open. And this guy is a fucking idiot. Takes a shot and bricks it. Like, I don't see how the Heat don't win this series.
I think
Now, I want to hear what you have to say, but then I'm going to prove it wrong.
that's fine.
All right, go ahead.
I still think the Nuggets win it. I think the Nuggets are well-rounded. I think Jokic, they lost one game. And also, I still have to give the Heat credit. I mean, I think they've been getting discredited this whole playoff series. But they did take a game, and Denver is very good at home. And I don't believe the Heat have beaten Denver, I think, since 2017. They have not beaten them. But listen, they match up. They don't match up the best against them. But if they play whatever the hell they were doing last night, 2 nights ago, I don't know. If they play a different way of basketball on the defensive side,
Yeah.
they might have a chance if they're switching it up. Now, prove me wrong.
All right, so Taylor Swift is on her Eras tour, as we all know. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yep, I bet she did.
Rogers is Swifty.
Yep, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you definitely saw those videos. He looked like a madman. But apparently, this tour, when you go to the concert, it does something to you.
Okay,
Like, it's
please explain.
It's like everyone that goes to this concert, all of a sudden comes out like that was the greatest thing I've ever been to. I don't know what she does, but she's one of the greatest marketing people of all time.
She is #1 artist in Spotify.
Yeah, she
And in
somehow
the whole entire planet.
So she's got probably like, I don't know how many people on this planet, probably a couple billion.
Like 8 billion.
Yeah, she's got like 6 billion people that she's convinced are her only fan, and somehow she's like going against the world every time. Like, oh, it's her against the world. No, you have about, I don't know, 8 billion people on this earth that are pulling for you, that are willing to pay $2,000 for a ticket. But that's neither here nor there. So she did a concert in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, okay.
Where's Milwaukee right now, Mike?
Wisconsin.
No, yeah. Where is that team at right now?
Oh, they're done.
Yeah. All right. So next, she went to Philly during that series.
They're done too,
They're done.
and they ain't going back.
You know where she went next?
MetLife Stadium.
Sure.
Are the Jets done?
No, she went to Boston.
They're done. Okay.
They're done.
She's in Denver now.
You know where she's going soon?
Denver.
Denver.
How soon? How soon? Are they still going to be playing this championship?
They very well could. They very well could.
I like that. I like that.
Do you know?
I like that a lot.
Do you know what place she's not going to? That of all the playoffs, do you know what place she's not going to?
Let me take a guess. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Actually, I don't think she's going there. I actually don't think she is.
So she's not okay. She's not going to Miami. She's going to Denver. But now Taylor Swift has given this curse to the NBA teams.
The Taylor Swift curse is just as bad as the Drake curse.
So
at this
it's
point.
real.
Yeah, like if you have money that you can spend, there's a few apps actually in the App Store that you can go to and put it all on the Miami Heat because it's a lock of the century, lock of the decade. This is my June play of the month.
Oh man,
Miami Heat in 6.
well you got to bet it.
I already.
You
no,
were
I
that.
already did.
How much you put on it?
I put 102 because that's what was in my
On
account.
the Heat to win the series, and what were the odds? Probably like
It was
300,
plus
400?
like, yeah, something like that.
that's not bad. Shit.
No, yeah,
That's good value.
I can't wait.
Wow.
It's only a matter of time now.
Muller, that's a good stat you pulled up, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
Now you got me
I
thinking.
wi- I
Because you
would-
know I love shit like that.
I wish you knew it earlier.
You know
But
I
had to
love
sa-
shit
I had
like
to save
that.
it for the show. But I wish I had told you earlier.
But hypothetically, if she was in Denver and did perform in Denver, would it be Game 6? Would it be Game 7? Would it be in between?
honestly, don't know.
You see, but this is important, Muller.
No,
Because
but
if it's after Game 7, then
But she went to Philly after I think it's like they will lose and she will arrive because she was in Atlanta after they lost. So they lost and then she was there. Philly lost and then she was there. Boston lost and then she was there.
So what? I don't
So
even
Denver,
care.
I think that's why I think Miami in 6 because they're gonna lose, and then she's gonna be there.
I don't want to hear this because she was just in MetLife Stadium, bro. Please,
No,
God,
but
no.
there's too much time. Like they have enough time where they can deep.
Dude,
clean
no,
the
this is a
place.
curse, bro.
No.
The curse doesn't care about
They
time.
they can deep clean the place though, Mike. They have those type of people here now.
Dude, you think they want to deep clean the place when Aaron Rodgers showed up? We're fucked.
No, they probably did before. But now it's cursed.
Miami's winning the division.
Yeah,
we're
but
done.
You,
We're
but
done.
you don't know what side, like what locker room did she use? Was it the Jets or the Giants? Because if they use the Giants, then you guys are actually in a much better position because that's a free win.
That's actually a good question. I wonder if the Jets and Giants actually have these same locker rooms.
They can't.
They can.
There's two because
Why would they have two different locker rooms?
It'd be way too much work to switch all the nameplates.
But regardless, you're still doing that.
Yeah, there's got to
What
be
do you
a
mean?
home locker room.
Yeah, but they could be on different. Let's say,
But why would they do
There's
two
4
of them and you just
corners.
do one?
But there's 4 corners. It's like playing Foursquare. You could have 2 different ways.
What? What is happening? We literally just got into baseball, and now Taylor Swift is a curse, and now the Heat are going to win the championship. Oh, Jesus.
And Aaron Rodgers was on mushrooms.
And Aaron Rodgers was on mushrooms at a
It
Swift
looked
concert.
ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Oh shit, that was a good time though.
Yeah. Well, everyone's saying now Jokic should have won MVP now. What do you think of that?
Yeah, he can win MVP of the playoffs, I guess.
Do you think he should have?
He wasn't
You think
the-
he got snubbed?
He was not the regular season MVP. It's a regular season award. If we want to include the playoffs, then don't give the award out for the regular season.
Fair
That's
enough.
what I have to say.
Fair enough.
Because I'm not an idiot.
So if the Nuggets do win, this curse was just a fad. Correct.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of liars online then.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let me ask you, what do you think about McAfee leaving his show, going to ESPN?
Oh shit. Is it true?
I believe so. I think he got a contract.
I saw someone said that to him on the show, and he was like, "No, don't believe everything you see."
Is he
Like,
actually
is
staying?
he- is he-
It was
Is he only game day? All right. Here's what if he is moving, it's a dumb move in my opinion because
me
he
too.
loses.
Why would he move?
He loses all of his creative freedom. I feel like in terms of what he can say, who he can have on. Because I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure they're sponsored by FanDuel. I
Yeah.
don't know why he would give that up. Like I feel like ESPN,
Now you're in this bubble where they make you say whatever you.
you can't be you can't be as like loose and have that freedom to just talk about whatever
Yeah,
the
'cause
hell you want.
he's not gonna be able to like. The funniest moments on that show are sometimes when they're just riffing and the boys are saying literally whatever they want, cursing, dropping, whatever they want to say.
Like, I'm sorry, you
And-
can't make AJ Hawk the freaking the guy of that show. Yeah, I just don't think you can. I just feel like he doesn't have the same energy as Pat McAfee.
No.
Not even close. I don't think anybody does like he does.
No.
And you don't want any of those other guys. I mean, they're good, but I think McAfee is he's the core. Yeah, I don't know why he would leave, but I'm not sure where it's at now, but I just think it's a stupid move.
Yeah. I don't know. I do hope he's on game day because those old bags need to be put in a home. He's way better than them. Like, who's the guy that puts on the mask every time?
Some old dude.
Yeah, the old dude with the white hair that does that.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
guy.
that dude's got to be put in a home. He can't even get through a fucking game day.
Yeah, that's a substitute. All right, last thing before we go here. Dalvin. So
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
forgot about
say
this.
we were going to talk about the Jets, but there are some untrusted sources out there, guys. I agree with you that are saying Dalvin to the Jets, and he's got his eyes on the Jets.
Our source on that is Joey Jets. on Twitter.
Literally, no, and Albert something. But
Wait, can we pull? What's his name?
there's two guys.
Joey Jets.
There's Joey Jets, and then there's someone who's actually put out some stuff, but it's a bunch of BS.
All right, keep talking.
But why would someone just do that? Because now everyone's into a frenzy. Everyone's in a frenzy. And I literally got texted out today. I'm like, what?
We're talking about this guy?
Yeah.
No, there's another guy. There's another guy who
That's
said
Joey
it.
Jets,
Is that
though.
Joey Jets?
That's
I'm
Joey
not
Jets.
sure.
I think.
Joey Jets.
I searched Joey Jets on Twitter, and that's what came up.
Albert Elrod.
Oh, that's a fake account. Look at that.
Albert?
Look at that guy's tweet.
Wait,
Just read one of
Albert.
that guy's tweet.
how do you spell it?
Albert Elrod, ESPN, I think is the account.
All right, let me see here. L.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that out of the.
No,
you have
keep
to
it.
cut that
Keep
out.
it. Keep it.
Dude,
Keep
I
it.
work too much, man. I'm not even on
Keep
Twitter
it.
anymore. This is
I
bad.
can't even find the page. Can someone spell it for me so I can find this?
Albert
Or pull it up?
Elrod, Elrod. Yo, so do you actually think he's going to Miami? Do you think that's like his prime destination?
Bro,
I think
you-
they're waiting for.
You believe this?
No,
workaholics
no,
looking-
no,
This
I-
workaholics looking
Literally-
motherfucker. You thought he was telling the truth? Come
Dude,
on,
I
man.
didn't think anyone was telling the truth. I was getting text messages from him.
Look at
I'm
that
like, "Are you
nice
guys
green
serious?"
screen background he's got too, the NFL logo.
Dude, people were texting me and I was working. I'm like, dead ass.
Beat writer for SSPN. Didn't even write ESPN / New York Jets. Husband and father to Melissa and Jacob Elrod. Is Jacob even real?
Who knows?
Is Jacob real? Come on. Also,
It's been a long time, Muller.
And then PBU 91. Where's PBU? Peanut Butter University.
PBS 91.
His main account got banned at 147,000. That should tell you everything you need to know right there.
Oh, listen to this. DeGrom 60-day IL. Sorry. Jacob DeGrom.
Now, but now here's a problem. Sorry, don't mean to get away from that.
Go
But
ahead.
is this actually Jacob or is that just some random kid? Like, now it's messing with my head. Like, that's weird if you just posted a random kid. So I mean, like, that's got to be Jacob.
Why do people got to post all this fake shit? I don't get it. Well, why do they got to do it? I don't get it. They got to fuck with the people. Now I got people saying that Dalvin might be coming to the Jets. I'm like, what? I'm like, there's no fucking way. And here we are.
First comment on the baby pic is, why does it look like that? And then, so you stole a picture of someone's baby. I don't think that this is a real kid.
It's probably a real kid, but it's probably not his kid. This is embarrassing. I think we have to end it.
This is incredible.
All right. Well, we're going to cut that out because
No, we're not.
I work too much.
Keep that in. Keep
I
that
work
in.
too much, and people are texting
Keep
me, and
that
I don't
in.
look at Twitter. So, sorry. But we will end it. We will end it here. Good episode, guys. Muller, you
Good
have
episode.
any other roasting? We're done.
Good night.
Good job.
Bye.